Thank you, Ruka. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the No Life News Update. Jerrison. So, I apologize for the ambient noises that are right now because of there's actually an air purifier in the room right now, so you might be able to hear me a little bit. But then also about what happened yesterday. Some of the rest actually comes from my internet, so that's why somehow I have to do the live update right now, which apparently actually I shouldn't drop now, so it should be all good. But if it does drop, I'll try to keep on going and get all the news that we have in the past weeks as quickly as possible. Before we say a few things first, so in the last update, of course, Hurricane Bashir was actually happening, and there's not a lot of damage happened, but it was actually only about I think we should go past one, but we're missing at that time. But hopefully they're found, and hopefully that a lot of damage happened there too. But also as well, I know today there's also the wildfires that are actually happening in the western part of the United States right now, including like California, Oregon, and Washington. And apparently there's also the smog from it is actually in my area too. To make things even more interesting, there is actually a fire in a city, actually on a park that's actually in a city nearby, which apparently caused more smoke in my area. But I mean, although it rained for a bit, but still we can still see the smog of it. So hopefully, like that a boy, Josh and Jimmy from the Soul Park actually live around the California area, and hopefully that all of them are being are actually very safe right now. And also, but boy, that he actually works in a hospital. Actually, I know actually when I was watching the Soul podcast during the actual episode and during the pre and show and post show on the Twitch channel. So they actually like maybe it's thanks to him, maybe through his Twitter account actually. I'd probably appreciate it. And also, as we're probably live right now, as you can see, it's shown right now, watching like the Zoo Us shown right now. So she said, there's Hawaii, and she kind of saw the comment ready. But also, here's it actually, I know in the past, we know that some of the Prime Minister in Japan, Shinzo Abe, will step down. Because he had to think with health reasons, but apparently, like, without getting into specifics of his politics, I mean, he's a very cool guy. He was in, like, the presentation of the summer, he was in Tokyo that was gonna, next year, during the closing ceremony of the Summer Games in British 1916. He's a cool guy, I mean, like, it's there. And about that, I know, like, now he's now been replaced with his chief of staff, Yoshihide Suga, who apparently is now officially the Prime Minister of the country, and also the country's 99th Prime Minister, which means they almost have 100 Prime Ministers in the country. No, based on seeing a profile of him on, like, I was watching HK, he's a very friendly guy. I mean, he's the person that announced the of the current era and the country now, the railway era, and also he likes desserts. So I don't know, through a bit of some of the major stories that happened in the outer world and probably just the past few weeks, that try to make this as quick as possible, maybe around maybe let's say 30 minutes, but let's go through. So by the time we actually ended the previous news updates, somehow actually the Tokyo Girls collection that happened for the fall and winter actually happens, and somehow they actually showed on the website, on this fashion show's YouTube channel. But in that, well, most of the 46 groups and Ari Suzuki were there, and I just was watching just in time before, like, well, Dasada, you know, the fashion brand in the show, which, yep, Dasada is still a thing in the fashion world, but apparently, like, that. Yeah, I was watching, and, like, the clothes that they were wearing were all great, and I'm just gonna probably, like, show at least one of the photos, like, one of the members that of the fashion show, and also the members in each of those groups were actually there as. So I'm gonna find the picture of Kumi. Like Tokyo Girls collection. I'll load the thing quickly. Just gotta find it quick. For now, somehow now I'm watching a IU. Here right now, as you can see there. There's a big bear over here. Okay, we have the blog post. So here it is. Here we have like the Kumi on our Tokyo Girls collection, and as you can probably hear, it's like so. There's one of the probably when Ray was there, right there. One of those long pants. With the hair looking very frazzled there. So oh, and there's the clothes she wore when Dasada was shown, and looks all good. About those also, the other members like interesting clothes. For instance, like Hari, he was very like somehow and the hat and Gonko also look great too, with the little sweater. And then her with the Tomita. Yep, their teeth. And what's interesting about that as well is that's how you can actually get some of the clothes related to Dasada for the full winter collection right now on the show's website. Though that they might put more clothes maybe at, let's say, Shibuya 109. But I don't think it's gonna happen because I know that it appears, a few months ago they announced that they're gonna do another fashion show related to the show, but where they'll show more of the fall winter collection. But excuse me, no, but they might announce it. Well, next season of the show, which also might happen. By that happened, then probably, well, probably might be references to the coronavirus pandemic through it, but I mean, well, didn't probably when that happens, but I mean, this is like one of the surprises of this year, but well, I mean, like, probably, you'll probably watch it by now, you probably know that the story's not done yet, but we'll do, so that happens there. And what happened a bit during a Tokyo Girls collection, autumn winter. Here, let's just see. Oh yeah, so now like with the with more multiple news with the coronavirus pandemic. So now the amount of cases in the is still stable, but just today there's actually about 191 cases. So, might go down again, maybe go up and find out. But while that happened, apparently members of the Congress started to recover, including, well, there's the economy groups in the Disaster 46 egg explosion, which consists of and Yuna Shibu, which actually not too much go. And then somehow I talked to Shibu actually somewhere last week, and then actually he actually said that he's doing great and he recovered the well. Before that actually actually been a TikTok showing that and then actually after I talked to on the showroom, well, both Mashiko and so their comedy routine actually at a on this, so actually they're doing great as well. But also like Suko Oyo also recovered from the coronavirus, and actually someone after that she made a tweet where she actually went to a hair salon and got a haircut, which I think haircuts now salons are now open now in Tokyo, which is interesting. And then after I know that Yui Maizumi also now recovered from the coronavirus, but maybe now she's back to work. Recently she was actually in a commercial for OWL, which is good. Don't know really to Yui Maizumi, but here's actually a film that she was in, which actually was this last year, called A Life Turned Upside Down, which is actually will actually be shown in the International Film Festival this year, which I was looking through like the films that will be shown in the International Film Festival this year on the films from Japan. Here's that a film was being shown, and I found out that Yui Maizumi is in it, which this film is actually based on a manga, and someone talks about a depressed businessman who drinks a lot of alcohol, which in the film she plays the daughter of the depressed businessman. Well, I think this film is a point she might be she's probably usually going to place herself in that kind of way, but we'll see when I see this film. I'm probably going to see it. And that'll probably be a review of it for the channel, the blog as well. And actually this just into all of it appears that actually that Yuki Yoda and Kada Saito has now recovered from the which we know is Anthony's version of the group, and Katie Sato all recovered from the coronavirus, which they're all doing good. Even though we did see Yuki Yoda slice during the commercials for the quiz show that they're involved in, which will air this November 10th on NTV. And watch that. Some of she might look a bit older, but that. Well, also that was happening. I know that groups are doing handshake events right now, and they're doing great. Not yet. About that, I know that. So in the case of, let's say, AKB48 in the past few weeks, they've been doing various handshake events, but for their hands, and they still did at Karimese, but except no fans inside, safety precautions in place, but also not that they actually did them through WeChat, which we know probably has technical problems with handshake events involving with Eyes One. So far, I think they might be doing well. I know, and also when they were kind of doing the handshakes, they were kind of like doing them kind of look like buzz center based on some tweets from various people, members in the group. But also, it's somehow that, well, Steel, what is also doing their handshake events, and they're actually doing very well as well. That also, they also did virtual handshake events in the showrooms, where they actually, they signed various checkies, and I know people actually, Well, actually, during actually when they did the virtual handshake yesterday, somehow Misky was there and with Kuko and Sora. That's gonna get Mizuka and Kuko and the yeah, which I'm gonna. There's actually a tweet where somehow like they have all of them sort of find that very quick if I can find it. On the loan. おばあちゃんとか本当にそう大家さん finding the tweet quickly. Okay. Oh. そう知っててそういう AKB をあんまり知らなくても大家さんのことを知ってて
It is it's so so you're like somehow you have very like when I was you have all of them in the photo, but interesting with the clothes that Misaki wore in the during that actually if it's somehow that she don't look like dressed like almost dressed like Asuka Sato in the music video of Sing Out and apparently I know that that looks interesting like almost maybe not percent with the shirt she's wearing, but they're looking great too as well. Close to them too. More teeth. I mean, not as in like with Mizuki Mashita's teeth, but no Mizuki Imamura's teeth. Yeah. But I know like various watch the show. I know actually went to these handshake events, kind of like well, Boma I saw his Oshima teammate Arena Oda and so some actually got Chucky signed by the Ms. STU for the 18th. Actually, it's all good. So yeah, it proves that somehow handshakes will probably still happen even though they're not happening in person, but maybe they could try to do singles, but depending if it will buy times of singles. Well, let's go. So then, after that, I'm just gonna find this quick. See, then because I know while the pandemic is still happening, there's like you know that festivals and also maybe concerts are probably gonna be or happen or delayed, for instance, or might be still with the safety precautions in place. Like for example, I mean like in the case of SK40's 12th anniversary festival, it will still have an audience, but I know it's happening at the Aichi Sky Expo, but in the audience there will only be like 30 people in the audience, and with the safety precautions in place, and which will be social distancing inside the expo hall, and I mean, although a lot of people probably watch it still through the internet. Also, in the case of, say, Hinatazaka's arena tour now has been delayed again to, next year. Probably that time, depending on when. It's unknown if their Tokyo will still happen. Like, in the case of Keikazoka 46 as well, last series of concerts, it might still happen with an audience, but they will have the final of that in the next weeks. And my Shiraishi's graduation concert, which is on March 28th, could still possibly have at Tokyo Dome with an audience. We'll have to wait for about that. But now next to this, we're more different news with TikTok, and so as you know, it appears that some of the TikTok will now be handled by Oracle, which you know made JavaScript, which is that programming code you use. You know it's called Java today, but it's like
But I mean, it's like, yeah, TikTok is gonna do really, really well actually. If, Oracle, I mean, probably the app will still be the same at least. But it's weird that I know now that like actually that a lot of people are starting to use TikTok more, including various members are using a lot that even I know during the summertime first. And this year kind of to promote well, like one of the summer songs of this year, "Makes You Happy," which actually inspired MB40 to do their to promote well their recent hit single because which actually we have the, the sales of the single actually sold almost 120,000 copies in its first week of release, which means probably the song could be like the AKB48 song well summer, but the ST one is recent single Pony Roll was also great too, but I mean like it's also I know one of the summer songs are maybe probably more better than this year's "Make You Happy." How much I can show me from Naka right now? And then, well, but then also, and also with the updates on like various festivals that will be happening in the next few months. For about the case of Tokyo Idol Festival, which they eventually in the past they actually announced more groups that will be in the festival, including well Beyonds, which is a group we talk about on the show, and I wonder what their next single is going to be because the reason it's single "Vitamin Me" was actually it seems like a surprisingly fun song. And also, surprisingly, another unit, the AKB48 Q-Tone, which but before that, on the day when AKB48 actually reopened on September 3rd, they thought they were going to make an announcement during that concert, but they actually did that announcement during a live stream that Honey Harmon did on UC48's YouTube channel. But they'll be doing a concert actually on Friday, and after that on the weekend they'll be doing a series of cafe events. I think at between September 19th and September 22nd, which I'm gonna show the tweet quick. If I can find it. Gotta get to it quickly. Gotta find it. There you go. I tweet from one of the members in the unit, Ayumi. I don't know, which is well, quickly. Still loading a bit. Gotta find it. Almost there. Yeah, so there's the tweet from Ayumi, where first there's probably during that live stream. Then they on the live stream it shows like when they're gonna do the concert and the cafe events. So they're gonna do the concert on September 18th. Then after that, a series of cafe events at a temple between the 19th to 22nd. There's times where you can see them, which see over here. I mean, I know Honey Harmony was a unit. Was a unit actually like really. Actually, the unit was like very excited to do during the unit festival until it had to end like midway because of like the pandemic started to begin, and like hopefully when the pandemic is, they'll announce the rest of the units. So that probably that so you can find out the rest of that unit with the band, which was decent. And then not only that, we'll have two in the next series, but also Yuki Kashiwagi will do
and there's a few more solo concerts. Quickly, I can probably find that. Which will happen on September 27th. Which will actually have on Sherm, although you'll have to pay to watch it. So, on the day when she does the concert, she will actually do two concerts. One that will happen around 12:30 p.m. JST, where she will do the band, and then after that she'll do a concert at 6:30 JST, which will be will be an acoustic concert, which means no band there. I'd love to tweet for that quickly. Find it quick. Still loading, but oh, here it is. Mickey was talking about it. Take a long time. There's the go-to to probably get your tickets for the concert. I really know earlier, so like Hyde actually did a series of concerts too on the showroom. We always have to pay a fee too, and we I had a similar structure. One is like he does one concert with acoustic with no band, and one with a band. No, not with that. But and then see what we got. With that. Oh yeah. And then it's kind of related with the showroom. So here's actually the MD40 will be doing a showroom competition involving, well, they're showing MBS. Well, we'll talk about what maybe in a later for the show. But also this just into on a little bit of the JKT 48 is now on showroom, which means the members will be doing their showrooms, and now you can actually engage with them. But when that happened, somehow a lot of Indonesian fans were actually in various showrooms of various members in AKB48. But I mean, this usually happens every time when this happened before when before the showroom, and also when Produce 40 was happening, and then well, Korean fans actually came into their showrooms, but yeah, that's when that happened. But it's there yet. But I thought that they're actually going to be doing. They're going to launch those showrooms probably in the next few hours. Well, now to another actually big thing that actually happened past week, but this actually happened last week. I actually was watching when this happened. So good. Around that time, actually, the group kind of made a note that, well, that Haruka Kudo was going to do a showroom where she was going to make an announcement. Also, during that time, I was watching a showroom where, my Ocean review, Kyle was watching their showroom and was watching a baseball game. So when Haruka did the showroom, clearly Vivian was watching it too, and I was watching as well. We were watching, and we're thinking, maybe in this showroom, she's going to announce she's going to have a YouTube channel. But if they were going to do that, then probably they would come to Vivian first, because she's been doing a lot on the group's YouTube channel, as well as he was also doing a lot on that YouTube channel as well. So when the show began, she was actually in, well, the office. I mean, so probably maybe she's trying to make that's that YouTube channel, but so then she did the show, and it appeared like she announced that she will be leaving the group, which is surprising, because this kind of relates this probably might reignite the debate on the the staff of the group, because I know members were complaining that 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 the so like with the staff can do like assessments with the members, which kind of like lead to members do a lot of activities, which is kind of like the case of Haruka, where she kind of like says that she actually somehow some of her videos on TikTok were removed. But even though it's smart that although that they might have a lot of sponsorships with companies, but I mean, sure. But I mean, I'm not sure if this is probably still happening with the group. We have to wait and hear about that. But with Haruka, I mean, I know that she's like half of, you could say, the next Nako and Miku. I mean, Mika Nako. I mean, was being friends with Ibiki and like. But I don't like what it's saying, like, Haruka showrooms, like, she always says the phrase, like, Biam Biam. But in this showroom, she was, I think, a bit more, not as enthusiastic. She was, she cried in that showroom, too. And, I mean, like, here's, like, the way she's in the room because she wants to focus on school, which is, I mean, if, well, that's actually reading, yeah, but I mean, with these, with the staff, I mean, this might be anything. I thought that when Vivian was watching the show, she kind of talked about it, and then like, I mean, it's like really surprising she's leaving the people. Hopefully she will give everyone when she actually. But not really with Vivian, actually, we kind of, this is actually one of the videos, the No I Don't Know Life exclusive. So I don't know, I was actually, like, I asked her, like, because I know that their new theater is, like, open at the, as a Fukuoka. I asked her, like, how's the new theater? Now, about that, I don't know. But the new theater is not as big as their previous theaters. She did say it was very big, but the actual thing is that was actually when I was actually. She was like, she said something about like, but when the theater is when the coronavirus pandemic ends, she's hoping that a lot more people go to the theater. Which hopefully that'll probably happen when this pandemic ends. And then, but also kind of. As well, we have kind of have another No Idol Life exclusive. And this is kind of like interesting because actually every day this month, ST48's Muna kind of wacky is going to respond to the tweets that she made, the tweet she makes in the morning, and actually I sent a tweet to her and actually told her like, the recent single. That's how I remember Love was like #1, and that she was the concert that happened the day before the mini concert they did during like the fancy event for their previous single Reckless Never Breaks, and like told her also stay safe. Now that she actually responded to the tweet, now although she does speak some English, but in this she responded to the tweet in Japanese. And she said something like, thank you for the support, tried to do my best. Sorry for responding in Japanese, but also thanks for the compliments from the concert. I mean, I talked to Mina, and she's a good member, so yeah, I mean, that's, you're there as well. And then, what next? Oh, and then kind of into some movies like 40. Oh, and also with members that kind of like actually officially graduated, well, like they left the group. So, for instance, Kenna Izukai did her graduation concert last week, which happened on the same time as the other events we've talked to in the next few minutes. Also, actually 2 days ago, Maria is about, which she actually did her graduation concert about 2 days ago, and she's not in the group now. But they're my members, and they're in showroom, and they're going to be great when they're, well, inside the group. But that was some news like a 46 news, and there's no last week the new, like, music video collection box said No Gazeka 46 at the time was released, which means that the music video of the recent hit single Route 46 was released. Now, when the music video collection box was released, probably someone got their box set, probably, and then actually put it on the internet, and then able to watch it. I know you can't see this video on the group's YouTube channel. This video is actually on the box set. Now, I actually did watch the music video of the song, and it's great. I mean, like, interesting about it is actually the video of the song is by the same person who directed like one of the miniseries that had the first gens in it about Meet the Monkey, and kind of has that color like in that miniseries in this music video. I remember I was watching it, it's kind of like looking like their version of KSL 46's Silent Majority, with the day shots, and then clearly in this we do see separate Endo's legs in this music video. But also like they kind of get the clothes that they wore in the initial like. So they performed the song, and also the sneak peeks of the song, but also actually they actually wear another clothes as well too, around near the end of the MV. And I there was also like a lot of shots where like the camera kind of zooms in and zooms out, kind of like moving around a bit. Like it's kind of similar to some shots that I saw in like the music video of Lyrical School's Pajama Party, which I had that same shots in there, and that way you're probably like watching the video, probably gonna like probably say that Asuka Saito looks smoking hot in this MV. But I wonder if we like kind of show this to K-pop fans and see how they react to it. Well, but apparently with Asuka Saito in this music video. Does that mean that Yuna Harachi is reborn? That, about that first thing, I'm sure if Ruka, Michael, and Steve saw the music video when we do another episode, will probably like maybe get their thoughts on the music video of the song. Now usually on the maybe they would put like, let's say, thoughts on the music videos by the members, but in the set they actually only have just the music videos and the making of the music videos. But surprisingly, there is actually a visual commentary for the box set by the fourth gens, which you can actually see on Nogi Video, which actually have the service. Or which I was going to do a review of this probably do next episode, but basically I know that for the next one, I'm probably going to show you a first look at the service and see what they actually got now. So I'm going to go to that quickly. So here's a first look at Nogi Video, which actually, you could, when I was looking at the website, it actually kind of looks like you could say how Shori Sad would describe it as textbook to the group. And actually, so when you're on the website has what's on the streaming service right now, and if there's graduate records, including your Coleman's graduate records, there's Edo's graduate record, and as we go down to the section of the size, there's a whoops. Just gonna look this quickly. So there's news, and there's like recently watched videos, which I just watched actually all my own Shumen's Mizawasaki's like individual music video and the 13th single, which I was watching it and it's really where you kind of see her, the kind of get the joke in it where you kind of see her in slow motion, and then after that there's the ocean. The ocean section based on the ocean shows in the website, which in this case is the Yamazaki section where you can actually anything related to the ocean, but for predominant members they would have more material at least. And then here's what's available on the service soon and what's available now, which one of the things they're going to be decided recently is the music video of where Riona Hori sees a foreigner. They also added concert with Third Fortunes, and actually I'm going to show what they also got on the streaming service right now as I go to what's new. Just move up quickly. But then it appears that they actually also have the visual commentary of the November 1st that goes at the time box set, which in the box set has like 4 discs, which the first 2 discs contains the music videos and the 4th disc contains the making ofs. Now not much, it might be the visual commentary of the same as the actual box sets, which means we might see the videos in their entirety and with audio, which means we're also going to see the music video of the second gen song, which also isn't in the box set, which we probably want to see that because I know Rena's in that. But I'm probably going to watch that, probably these visual commentary, maybe like give my, as I go through it, and probably do it throughout maybe in every episode, next episode of our show. But also in the past, we've also been adding like episodes of Nogizaka 46 book, like where members kind of show what books they like. I just recently added like episodes with 2 of the faces of the golden age of the group, like Mai Shiraishi and Nanase Nisha, which apparently, Mai Shiraishi, which yep, she looked young during that time, and Nanase too looked young during that time, but now she looks like a mom. Oh, this was Rika Sakura. Oh, she looked young too then that time. Especially with the name of this box at the time. Oh yeah, and also earlier I kinda doing like her individual MV too, which there as well. Oh, and also Nana's show individual music video, which now she's Hana's with Salon actually, which will be there. And I'll quickly really go with the Nogizaka 46 news, but just gonna quickly. But it appears that actually that Ayan Suzuki will actually release a photo book on November 10th. Now, this photo book was actually shot in Tahiti, and it was probably made before the pandemic began, but it's not going to be a really great photo book. I mean, the parts it might be a bit risque, but we'll have to see this photo book. That was also actually final with Nogizaka 46 news, but here's that. Well, in the past it was Momoko Ozuno's birthday, and I mean she actually now has an account on Instagram, which might be a kind of that maybe more members are going to have some social media like Instagram or Twitter, but I don't know if we can talk about that, but also kind of related with with the group's new music video collection box set, the Nogizaka 46 at the time, they also promoted on the group's TikTok page, which one of them involved like Momoko Ozuno with her birthday, and with the group's previous single, they're called Happiness, which we know that also she's kind of like very close to Mai Shiraishi as well, which and that is Nogizaka 46 news, and now quickly to some Nogizaka 46 news. Well, we have more information about their next and last album, which have the title of it, which it's a very long title, but it was called A Moment Longer Than Eternity, where we certainly existed at the time, and Norinaga issued Agoro Tashida non Sanzai Shita Watashi Tachi. No, and this, with songs like, oh, I know, all the versions will have all their hit singles, and depending on which it will have a different additional choice, as well as some brand new songs, including what could have been the ninth single, which actually somehow has been leaked, and I have not heard it yet, but I'll probably hear when I listen to it, which I know if we're going to get version A, which later makes sense too. Well, now on the Blu-ray, it will contain pretty much, and as well, and on version B2 they will have best ofs. In the case of the version Ungame version, they will have a best of like performances from their anniversary concerts. Well, on the Blu-ray version B, it will contain best ofs from their concert tours. But in the case of the Blu-ray version B, there's somehow it appears that some of the performances in that Blu-ray will be edited, since it might have some scenes that are graphic, but apparently you could probably see that probably on their Tokyo Dome concert, which, if you know what that is, you probably know what I'm probably talking about. That will be released on October 7th, and yeah. By the way, with KX46, the group will also be doing a concert exclusively for young car KX46 credit card holders, which has that 20% cash back. Apparently some people might be watching, so we might get reports from that when that happens. And that is KX46 news, and quickly to not exactly 46 news, but related to the group's next album, Hinata Zaka. But so on the Blu-ray of the album contains, well, the launch concert includes, well, the last concert as Hiragana Keisakin and the actual launch concert. But it appears for the Blu-rays on the album that on the version, I'm probably going to get version A, will have the Hiragana Keisakin's last concert. Well, on version B will contain the actual launch concert, which I was thinking maybe they were probably going to put both concerts on both, well, the Blu-rays of both versions, but I'll probably have to check my version of the album and find out if it has just the last concert as Hiragana 46, or we'll have both that concert, the last concert as Hiragana 46, and their actual launch concert. I'm thinking maybe like when the album is released and we copies of the album, maybe like me and Michael, possibly Lucas, Steve might be watching these concerts and maybe the reviewing part on possibly the reaction show of these. But initially with handshake events, I know that the group is also doing handshakes right now, and also it actually appears that some of that, well, former member Mao Gooch will actually be in those events as a former member, and she's kind of coming back as a member. But Mao Gooch, I mean, maybe she might be back next season of Dasada, but I mean, as a former member too, but how they would address when she plays in the show, which for that. But also kind of on the, but for like for a reason she now has a glow up now. And it appears that is not Osaka 46 news now to some international group news, but also that for there have actually been more music videos released for, well, the group's recent single, which Heavy Rotation, including their version, which is pretty much maybe like say like the Undergirls or like the Future Girls or Cover Girls, like tracks including their version of Hashiya Penguin, which is arenas in that, and Wink Na Sun Na, which apparently in that there's a lot of winking in that. Great videos, I mean, but in Hashia Penguin, there was a penguin in it. And there's National Group News, and it's now finally to some, and kind of related with the, with, well, the documentary that, Kexo 46, it was Kexo 46, but Kexo 46, Our Lies and Truths. So here's the documentary has been released, and now that, so far we have 2 reviews of it from, one from Reno said she saw the documentary and she liked it, and she said it was and she actually cried when she watched it. Well, there's a review from this is kind of related with YouTube. Well, there's that Mira Shiruma now has a YouTube channel, which the first video she made was where she does skateboarding, and in one of her recent videos she actually made, she actually did a review of the actual documentary. I didn't watch it yet, but I'll watch it probably the next days. Now I know that some people might have kind of summarized the documentary on Twitter, but I think me and probably the rest of the entire Republican decide we're probably gonna talk about when all of us seen the documentary. Unless it's some of the things that happened in it, we'll probably talk about it from the CDH newscast, and so we'll probably have to we do that when that happens. Now, there's actually a lot of things that happened actually just a few days ago, actually last Saturday. I mean, originally I was going to do the news updates before those things happened, but apparently because of various reasons we had to delay it to right now. But so actually, a few days ago, of course, a lot of the music day happened, like the actual music day on MTV, as expected. Show Sakurai host, Sakurai actually posted it, and odd they did with no audience, as usual with no audience, but although CDTV Live and FNS mainly have a lot of stuff that's pre-taped. I mean archive performances, and actually of course most of the 46 groups, AKB48, as well as Perfume were there performing there. And also one section, all the groups did a medley where actually AKB did a heavy rotation with surprisingly Yui being the lead instead of Neon from Koichi. So that means now Yui is the actual face of the group, and now she owns heavy rotation. Never thought that Neon owns the song. Well, I mean, before that, Yuko Shima owned the song, and she said Neon owns the song, but now Yuko Shima owns the song, and then also throughout the medley somehow, Nogizaka 46 did Girls Ruin. My Shirashi was there, and they kind of that section, they kind of showed footage of my Shirashi throughout the years. But also, apparently, some of the members actually did that song from Onyaku Club, which Asuka and Natsu and Yona sang the song with some of the members in that group. I want to know that Shizuka Moto's wife was in the group, but I'm not sure if she was actually in that performance, but I've been there. That will be interesting. And then after that, so AKB48 was backup dancers during one performance. I remember last year when they had to perform. They were backup dancers for Nogizaka 46 when they did Hashiya Summer. Well, I mean, they were they were backup dancers during this performance, so I mean, good at least. And then also Southern Rose and Hanazaka 46 were also back up considering another section that met it too. Um, but before that, I mean, Hanazaka 46 will perform uh, their last single, Who Rings the Bell. Well, except this time they didn't perform the entire song. Well, Hanazaka 46 performed the song from their album, Hanazaka Azachi Kawaii. And Perfume was also on it. Well, I thought they were going to perform like their next single, Time Warp, but instead they just did Polyrhythm. Also, like, well, Nizia was on there too, and before they performed, actually, they kind of summarized, well, how the group was formed, which they were formed on the show, the Nizia Project, which actually aired on NTV, and I was watching the comes about, like, well, the producer, J.Y. Park, which he also produced twice, they're under Jip Records, which I know there's some controversies with him, which there's some of the footage stuff from the show. It kind of like maybe he's like a very charismatic guy, but about that. I mean, I could probably ask Ruka about maybe her thoughts on J.Y. Park, maybe in another episode. And then, I was like, he might also be a singer because he did this thing on like a song called When We Disco, and then that's also starting to be a thing on TikTok as well. But while the special was happening, there was also a second screen experience that which you can actually watch through, well, an app called Live Park, and also through TikTok, well, in Japan only. The secondary experience was actually hosted by the person that produced the Pineapple Pen, and as well as, which apparently maybe he is the Pineapple Pen guy, so he doesn't have the mustache. And former Nogi's 46 member Nagi was there hosting, which somehow she kind of like, well, later Maya Watanabe, which we thought, oh, she came back from the tournament? No, it's Nagi there, she's all good. And then Toronto, well, they're performing the special, they're like, so when AKB was on there, I mean, like, some of they were being interviewed, and they somehow, like, I mean, Neon was actually cute when they performed on the special, and then, like Yui Han and was there, was Yukun, and Yui Han they were talking, and she kind of, like, told her that she kind of appreciates what Yui Han is doing, well, but during the second experience, each of the audience in the special would actually give a question to the next musician they would interview. For instance, when Hinata was, they would have to send a question to, well, the famous singer we probably like him on the show, what Sami Yamagi, which they call him, oh, what did he do? What did he have for breakfast this morning? Apparently, when they do that, some of them would have to hold a ball. During that time, during that time, Kumi, Konko, and I think Maple World, and then somehow Konko had to hold the ball, and somehow I think she kind of caught it, but she kind of dropped it. So after they kind of asked, like the question, he said, oh, he had a crisis. Nogizaka was also the person who was on that too, and also they really got Asuka and Sakura and Kazumin when really see Kazumin's legs there too. And also Kaya Kazan for instance was there fairly Koki was there, I think Kasugai and the members were there, which their interview was kind of fun too. And while that was happening, apparently MB40 had announced their 7th gens during true, like, well, the little 7 that Captain of the group Karen Kojima does with Kojima Room, and so then they announced the 7th, and when I was watching it, kind of sad, like, should these members are probably, like, they could be, like, also the future of the group, too. I mean, they have a lot of potential because, you know, they can do a lot of things. Whatever. Excuse me. But yeah, like, we're actually going to show, like, there are a lot of fun members. I mean, it's good, I mean. So, actually, next one, we're probably going to show you quickly, well, the new members in the group, which, let's see, they've actually put them now on the website. We're going to load the thing quickly, just going to find it. So here's at the now I know me and the rest of the group, and Michael and Bobby Steele, will probably talk about the members in detail in the episode of our show, but there are some members to point out. Of course, the member that probably we're talking about is Fa Kuroda, which she did something interesting. But also, we're kind of with these new members. Some of them are actually very tall and like very lucky too as well. And then another, well, a member that was one, and then there's also another member like was actually pronounced, well, it looks like it's pronounced Zion. It's actually Gian Cameno. Which I can put it here. But I know that there was actually, it's like we've heard it, but there was a member that actually auditioned for various other groups past years before she was put in the group, where she was in the SK40 auditions and also the HKT48 auditions, and now she's finally in M&B for, which is good. We're gonna go through like the name of the new members in the group. 7 gens. We got Momoka Asu, Koharu Orisaka, Jean Kameno, Wa Kuroda, Aika Satsuki. There's Kana Sumo, Yuna Hayakawa, Mai Hirayama, Anju Mami, Masaki Yoshino, and Mio Wada. And the other one I was actually going to point out is Masaki Yoshino, because about her is that she's actually fluent in English. And no, this one I'm not sure if she was born outside of Japan, or maybe she international school in Japan. But you have to find out her. But yeah, there's starting to be a lot of more English-speaking members in the 340, and probably also got Yuki Hibashi as well, who's in SKE, which is all good, and yeah, and then there's the new 7 gen members also made, and like apparently some of them, not currently dreams over there, but also some of the members that are like Niru and Akiza were all there, and all the members was there. But during that announcement too, they also made other announcements too, like they announced the information about their their 10th anniversary festival, which will happen between October 23rd to 24th at Osaka-jo Hall. Well, maybe with an audience with stars in place, but how that will go work is that I'll get to this clues I can. So they will. So on September 23rd, they will do like their 10th anniversary concert. Then on the following day after that, they will do a concert with the new, with the 6th and 7th. season 7 gens, and also on the same day they will do Akari Yoshida's graduation concert. Which it's probably gonna be a very big concert. I kind of like how they promote the festival. It's somehow that they apparently, well, the head of staff of the group, Cameron, who's probably like the best head of staff of any of the groups in 1948. He kind of like did promote it through his TikTok page where he kind of went around like Osaka Joe, which actually is actually just a few blocks from Osaka Park, which is actually nearby where it has Osaka Temple. It's just like near the entrance, just like a few blocks on the right, and you go there and you'll get to Osaka Joe Hall. But yeah, it's probably going to be very exciting. I think we're probably going to be covering this when this happens. I know the guys at MV Tech will be covering that too, and we're probably going to have a really good time watching that. And finally, with what happened in the article in the past few weeks, but it appears actually the profile pictures of Hinayazaka 46 were actually updated with the groups like bands like well, the group's next album, Hinayazaka, which I'm probably gonna quickly find those very quickly. I mean, we kind of saw a bit earlier with like the true Kumi's like laundry on top of the first clip. We're actually going to look at the photos. Right now, it's like loaded. Let's go. Uploading the cover pictures now, so quickly. I'm actually watching another show of a second university flight right now at the moment. Here's the profile pictures of the group now, which see quickly. So there's like Srinaashiko's photo, and there's Michael's photo from the group Kageyama, which apparently in her profile picture kind of looks like my memory for Chion Hori, which was a great name. I mean, like, it was interesting. Then here there's Shio Kado's profile picture appears, and this profile picture kind of looks like Mai Shiraishi. It looks like her and her current profile picture, which I don't know if we're saying that now looks like Mai Shiraishi too. I mean, like, kind of like that. I mean, Nami Mizawa looks like Mai Shiraishi. You could say that. Chiho Kado kind of looks like Nami Mizawa. Although, so then you probably could say that Mayu Tamura could look like Chiho Kado, which there's Kanko, there. There's Mayo from Kumi looking all great, from Kyun. There's Sasaki. There's Mai. So good. And there's Miko's profile picture, looks so good. Nakasaka. Hari Nigo. Good. There's Manamo. Miho. There's the third gen. Now I know it's looking like the same in purple. And you can choose it, which are actually just put in the group. And actually in the past we actually talked to like one of the Kenshu shows in there. We talked to Miri actually in a showroom, and like and actually when I talked to her in the show, I kind of said like so I said Q, and she said Q, and then after they said like Do Re Mi So La Si, and then saw that and said the song, and then I also said happy order, and then she kind of said to that as well, which see. But I also talked to her a little bit surprised on as well, like, she kind of said yeah, then I said yeah, and then yeah, she said yeah after that, which is kind of neat. And that is like the major story that happened in the idol world in the last week. It was actually kind of longer than expected, about an hour of news. I mean, if I did this. About it before we end the news update, maybe see what's going to happen on the channel next few weeks. About that, I kind of have like an idea where somehow maybe like me, Ruka, like, Michael and possibly Steve would maybe do a summer in review. When we kind of, I know throughout the summer, all of us kind of did various videos like by ourselves, and we covered most of what happened during the summer. Maybe we could probably cover yet, which was which we could probably cover in this video, and then also there's a good chance of probably like maybe we'll do like videos where like we'll do our like what happened in the idol world most recent. And then also like probably we'll do various next review we'll probably do like viewing parties of like various things, but I mean, and also probably the next few, or maybe this week, maybe next, I'll probably do like, well, the AKB48 and 46 movement that I actually made, but somehow because it wasn't archived, I have to do it for the record, maybe probably on the channel, or maybe on the, on my Twitch channel. But also, like, after that, I'll probably do the sort for AKB48 and 46 sort for this month. Maybe around that time as well. And then we'll also put more things probably in the blog, and we'll possibly do like reviews of like talk about like we do reviews of various things about various topics with the idol world. However, I don't know that Ruka and me, Michael, possibly hopefully maybe next week probably do another episode talk about what happened in this past week. Oh yeah, no, so like stay home, wash your hands, social distancing, wear a mask, and also wear your see everyone. So we'll see you later. Bye everyone. Like,